Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Second Act, starring Jennifer Lopez and Vanessa Hudgens. And Leah Remini. That's pretty cool. A lot of good actresses in this. I don't recognize anybody else at this point, but anyway, she's a big box store worker and changes her path. And it says here, and she shows Madison Avenue street smarts what street smarts can do. I don't know. It seems like she has a job in, Lowe's or something like that, a big box store, and changes her life, and everything works out for her. I don't know. Hour and 43 minutes. J-Lo. We'll check it out. I don't know too much more than that, and I'll help you figure it out as I get through it a little bit and figure out what the plot's about, and check in and tell you what I think. So stick around. Hey everybody, time for a quick check-in. We're watching Second Act. We're at the 54-minute, 40-second mark. And it starts out with Jennifer Lopez working in a big box store like a Lowe's. It's not Lowe's, obviously. It's something like Lowe's, and she's looking to become the manager of the store, and they don't hire her because she doesn't have a college education. They hire somebody who has a college education but doesn't have he's not as good of an employee as she is. Right? So her friend, Leah Remini, decides to try and get her another job. She does. Great. She moves on to another job. Now, she takes this job as a consultant in cosmetics, I think, for a big name company. She gets right in at the top floor, big office, that kind of thing. But she does it, Leah does it in a fraudulent sense. So fakes the resume, all that kind of stuff, pads it all so she gets the job. She goes in and still interviews and gets the job, but her resume really helped her out. So it's kind of like, I immediately compared it to Secret of My Success with Michael J. Fox. Michael J. Fox. Loved that movie. Fantastic. But it shows, hey, people who might not have college education have enough experience to do well at these kinds of jobs. Anyway, so she's doing that, and she gets immediately into this competition. Vanessa Hudgens is the other competition about who's going to make this certain cosmetic 100% organic and still make it profitable. It's her first day on the job, and she's in this heated war between that going on. Okay, so I get it. Great. Again, Secret of My Success rolling around in my head. That's going to happen here. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but they allude to the fact she has a boyfriend. But she's not ready to have kids in this movie here, and so because of that he leaves her because he really wants to have kids. Okay, understandable, little subplot there. They allude to the fact that she had had a child when she was 17 years old. Very minute, little mention of it at one point. Well, now it turns into that whole piece of it. So not to be a spoiler alert, because it's only 54 minutes, and I think it's worth you knowing that, because I think it's a flaw in this movie, is now Vanessa Hudgens' character is her long-lost daughter. But it's not built up throughout the entire movie like, oh, I gotta find my daughter, I wonder if my daughter's looking for me. There's one mention of it that I saw while I was watching this movie. Okay, great, whatever, that's gonna come in at some point. No, it's the main plot of this whole movie. So she is hired on fraudulent basis, and she's going into competition with her daughter, who we just found out she had a daughter from a previous relationship. I don't know. I think they could have set it up better. We'll see where it goes from here. There's a lot of bad that's going to come from it, I think. Obviously they're going to find out that she's a fraud. And how's that going to impact her and her daughter's relationship, her relationship in the company, all that stuff. But they really, I don't know, they blew the setup on this one, for me. Anyway, could get better. I don't know. I'm going to get back into it a little bit more and tell you what I think at the end. I'll probably see you at the credits, so stick around. We'll see if it gets any better. Alright. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Second Act, and I tell you what, didn't do it for me. I think they had all the ingredients there. Some reused ingredients, but they didn't. It was undercooked, if you will. Didn't come out right, I don't think, for me. I feel like it fell flat. I don't think, and I talk a lot about development. Normally it's character development, but the story development wasn't here. It all, crammed together, and you never really felt totally emotionally invested in this. At least I didn't. If the story would have just remained about, Secret of My Success starring Jennifer Lopez, okay, it's been done before, and that's cool, a little different take on it. And, she's a little bit, in the Michael J. Fox version, he was young, fresh out of college, no experience, and sneaks his way into the executive suite, into the C-suite. This is a little bit different. Like, her second act is like, okay, she is, a little bit older, been working for many years in the local big box store, and then fakes her way into the C-suite. So a little different take on it. I could work with that. I could deal with it. But then they just throw in this long-lost kid into the mix of it, and you're supposed to care. Instead of developing that from the beginning of the movie, saying, that's a big piece of it. Instead, they developed a relationship with the boyfriend. Great. Okay, I can see how that could go, how you can take that and work that into the storyline. The boyfriend's there, she's not ready for a family, okay. But they try and use that as the fact that, oh yeah, by the way, when I was 17 years old, I had this kid, and now I'm working for this company that I faked my way into, and she happens to be a part of it. Like crazy. So, and it throws it in that the guy who hired her is actually Vanessa Hudgens' father, and he was actually looking for her, and he hires her that way. So, that's okay too if you really want to. I thought that was a poor way to get them connected in this movie, but still they needed to develop that part from the beginning throughout and make it like this is part of the movie, not like, hey, I got an idea, let's now make her the long lost daughter and see what that does. So that's for me. I mean, the rest of it's so predictable, you know what's going to happen. Like I said, it's a fake. She's got a fake resume, she's got a fake experience. It's going to be exposed, right, at some point. And then what happens, whatever. That's all going to happen. Just like it did in Secret of My Success. And what's going to happen with the boyfriend. And it's all very, very predictable. And that's okay. But they threw in this whole other storyline that they didn't do a good enough job of developing if you really wanted to use that in here. That's me. That's enough. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was hoping for more. They let me down. I liked the characters, and that's it. One other thing, I always forget these little pieces and I should jot them down, but being born and raised Schuylkill County, grew up on Yingling beer, it was great to see. There's a shot in the movie where she's at the bar and they show the tap handles, and you always see the Budweisers, the Coors Lights, the Staples, the Millers, and there it was, Yingling. Right there. So I always like when I see that. It always stands out to me. So that's my take on it all. I know that's useless information for you, but check it out. Let me know what you think. See if you agree with me. Maybe not. Maybe you disagree with me if you've seen it. Anyway, love to hear your comments about the movie and my take on the movie and your take on the movie. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up and everything like that. And continue to tune in to Kimmel's Irish Pub.